everyone, it's Tia Upshaw here, CEO and founder of Black Women in Excellence. Welcome to the 28-day series, where we will be celebrating Black women entrepreneurs through Black History Month.
Hi, my name is Yanick Séïde, proud owner and founder of Chrysalis Women Empowerment. We specialize in coaching women aged 40 years and over who are going through a life transition to unlock their true calling and step into the career that is aligned with their purpose. We will take you from confusion to clarity, whether it is through a life shift, life transition, or a change of career. We will give you attention and meet your particular need. A coaching program are tailor-made to suit your requirements. Also, the services are offered in both official languages.
Hi everyone, my name is Fatu M. Kaba. I'm a graduate student at the Sobi School of Business. I am also an author and the founder of Key Global Network. Key Global Network is a social justice platform that focuses on activism through storytelling. And to do this, we use different forms of education and entertainment that include live podcasts, just short contents through our social media pages. And the kind of people we invite basically are all kinds of people, because we believe everybody have a unique story and sometimes they just need the platform to tell their stories. So we invite people who are experts, people who are entrepreneurs, youth organizers, and also just day-to-day people going about their daily life. And this is because I was born and raised in Liberia. I grew up witnessing Civil War. And that basically inspired me to tell stories, especially the story of ordinary people who have very unique life experiences, but sometimes don't have like the opportunity to really have these stories told. Our mission is to use the transformative power of storytelling to educate, entertain, and empower people. So whether you are our audience or whether you are our guests, everything, it's all about sharing your story.
I'm Sandra Hannebohm. I'm the owner of Twice as Good Media. We focus on mindful journalism, stories, and methods for journalists and Black folk. It was born out of the lack of Black representation in newsrooms and further developed into a focus on mindful journalism. Started in 2022, going strong, and we just launched our membership platform.
My name is Lethicia, and I'm the founder and formulator at Ladone Can Beauty. Today I want to invite you to get to know our brand. At Ladone Can Beauty, we aim at giving your skin the nourishment it truly deserves. Our journey began in 2023 with a mission to help you create kind, mindful, and simpler beauty rituals while empowering you to be kind to yourself. What sets us apart is our commitment to high-quality natural ingredients and formulations backed by science, and our commitment to sustainability and transparency. Whether you have oily skin, sensitive skin, combination, or normal skin, we have the perfect solutions for you to achieve healthy looking, radiant skin.
Hello and welcome. My name is Sherifat Onabanjo. I'm the proud founder and owner of Green Tulips Immigration Consulting Services Incorporated. Green Tulips Immigration Consulting Services Incorporated. At Green Tulips, we offer Canadian immigration that has to do with study permits, work permits, permanent residence, school admissions to schools in Canada. What makes us different at Green Tulips is because we offer top-notch service when it comes to immigration. We've been there before. I also came here as an immigrant, so I know how it feels to want to come to Canada for a better life, for better education, and anything you're looking to achieve in the country. So we've been there before. We know what it feels like. So we offer empathy as well. We take you from the beginning to the end of your journey when it comes to Canadian immigration. Not just that, we also help you integrate to the society. Not just that, we also help you integrate to the country to the best of our ability.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 28-day series celebrating Black History Month through Black women entrepreneurs. And today we're sitting down with Yanick, Sherifat, Lethicia, Fatu, and Sandra. Welcome, ladies. Really excited to have you guys here today because I like having real conversations with real, authentic Black women, and this is what we're going to do today. So I'm going to jump into the fishbowl, pick out a question, and then we'll just discuss it openly. Everybody at home is probably wondering what's the question going to be. Let's see. Oh my God, these nails are in the way. Okay, here it is. How can the business achievements and challenges of Black women entrepreneurs be better highlighted and represented in the media?
I think storytelling is one of the most important ways for us to do that. And that storytelling can be just talking to them and knowing what's going on, because we have like a lot of secondary data, but primary data are like the most important ones. Talk to them. Hey Tia, you're doing this business. What are your challenges? What are you doing? And how can we support you? And even if I can't be the person who directly create solution for a challenge, I can always help you get access to other people who can do that. But the important thing, I believe, is storytelling, being able to tell the stories of Black women in the most authentic ways that represent the challenge, without having to make it in a way that stereotype race. Because sometimes Black women who telling their stories to certain platforms make them like token Black women for those platforms, but taking away the whole idea of being token and just sincerely wanting to help or connect that person to resources that help them.
Thank you with that. I'm really gonna push this envelope for Sandra because Sandra is in the media focused. That is her business. Sandra, how do you feel about, being represented and celebrated in the mainstream media?
I am so glad that you mentioned stereotyping, right? And also the resources, because to me a big part of it is, yes, storytelling, but especially allowing people to be able to tell their own stories and giving them the tools to do that. And one of the reasons I think that we've seen so much success in recent years is because we are able to tell our own stories, and the tools of storytelling through media have been democratized. Anybody can use their phone to tell their story. So that's a huge way that you can avoid the stereotyping, which is so common in the media, especially when it comes to like the rags to riches story, the wow, I love Canada story. Like this serves the white supremacy. Oh, I said it. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's good. It's all right. It's true.
This serves the belief, the commonly held belief that whiteness and white values are held as superior, and these stereotypes feed into that, right? So
it does.
We have to be able to tell our own stories, to have the tools, and when it comes to other people telling our stories, they need to be transparent about what their angle is. And if they're not, don't do it.
Yeah, facts.
Okay, I'd like to add to what they said, particularly what Sandra said, like I'm on it a bit more. So I believe in telling your story yourself than people. I mean, if people help you tell your story, it does help, but when you tell it yourself, it brings, more authenticity to it than people telling you from their third party point of view. I'm into content creation. I'm a blogger. I'm on YouTube. I tell my story like every day. I show up for my business every day. People, I've gotten contacts from my stories myself than people people say, oh, I hear she does this, but when I say, oh, I've done this, I'm showing you an example, I'm showing you my clients who have helped come to Canada, you tend to believe me much more because this is me, the source. You're hearing from me directly than from a third party. So I think that as Black people, be authentic, show up for yourself. I mean, we are quite timid sometimes. I don't want to say my story myself to sound proud or all of that, but be proud, be bold enough to tell your story yourself. And I think it goes a long way, in the long run.
It's so right. Oh, I knew you were going to grab the microphone. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to follow up on that, talking about telling your story, your authentic story, to show the diversity amongst the Black women. We're not all painted from the same brush.
Yes.
We're all different in the richness of our diversity. That's why it's so important that we can express ourselves, tell our stories, our own story, to show the richness of who we are.
Yeah. That was so nice and churchy. Thank you. For me, the media has never been, my favorite thing. I've never been a fan of media, and I don't think the media is a fan of me because I just be saying the most and doing the most on social media. But, traditional contemporary media, you don't really see us, especially in Atlantic Canada. You don't really see us on certain TV shows, certain news anchors, certain, any live coverages, unless it's a bad thing, or we're being, tokenized. Like, oh, rags to riches, as Sandra said. And I'm bringing that up because I went on a rant not too long ago about someone saying to me, it's like an overnight sensation. Can we do a story on you? And I'm like, well, first off, I don't know what about me is overnight because I've been doing this as an entrepreneur since 2012, 13, and this shit has not been easy, so it's not sensational. So when they make it seem like it's sensational and they want to use me as a story to get their views up, it drives me absolutely nuts. But on the other hand, when I know I'm being used or I'm a token, I'm going to be okay with deciding if I'm going to be okay with it. So, even with the Tuesdays with Tia, CTV Morning Live, they've never had a Black woman on there doing what I'm doing. And when they approached me with it, I said yes. And I knew why they approached me because Tia's out there, right? But it wasn't about me. It was about every other Black woman that has a hard time getting on freaking CTV Morning Lives to talk about their businesses or what's going on in the community, initiatives, events, educators, leaders coming on. CTV Morning Live was not easy. Global news was always easier. So I was okay with being a token, and I'm still okay with being a token for that. Same with radio. I decided to do the Crown Conversations because how many Black women voices do you hear on the radio right now? I mean, in Canada. Like, you have to get podcasts. You have to kind of go Spotify. You have to kind of tune in all over the other parts of the world to hear someone that has a sort of an accent or a sort of a vibe to know that that's a Black girl. So, when you're okay with doing things, you're doing it for the right reasons, then it's totally okay. But I think that with the media, there needs to be more about showing up. And I pinpointed Sandra because Sandra is in that space where, I'm hoping in 10 years' time, Sandra is out there, face out there, billboards, like she is out there pushing the envelope and pushing the dialogue of pushing, she pushes boundaries and she has conversations that are very uncomfortable. Do you guys have anything else to add to that with regards to the mainstream media? What we can do? How do you think we can be better represented or celebrated? I knew you had something because you're like,
I think what she said was very important about transparency.
Yes.
And like knowing why you're doing something and also having our voices amplified, not just by us, but, allies as well. Just, showing up different sides of being a Black woman, because we're not, like she said, just one type. We, as many Black women as they are, we're very different, and it's very important to have our voices amplified and our stories told by ourselves.
Yeah, I think that's the key point of it, having our stories told by ourselves, which is why I'm going to drop a little, what do you call it? I'm going to drop a little, plug. My memoir is out now. You can get it on Amazon. We will be doing a launch party and a book signing in the spring, but I took the initiative because people talk, right? You know, I hear all kinds of stories about me. Everybody's conversating about me in my past. But I was like, screw that, I'm going to take the narrative and do it myself. I'm going to create the narrative, I'm going to write about my own self. So allowing me to tell my story is key. So thank you for saying that, and thank you, Sandra, for mentioning that. Because somebody else could take it, they've tried. You know, Frank Magazine, a lot of different people tried taking my story and creating a story for me, and it was not true. So that is absolutely key. Well, I do really appreciate you guys being here today and having this open conversation. And I'm hoping that the viewers at home and individuals who are going to watch us learn a little bit. And to our allies, thank you very much. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys joining me today.
Thanks for
Thanks.